I need to be able to recognize how unimportant I am. I'm not the only hero in this story. Your clients, your family, are the heroes too. Recognize how unimportant I am, you are, but yet how valuable I am, you are. This is a little bit difficult concept, and then on the story I'm going to see if I could help you to have a taste of it. Is the faith and the belief that there is this journey that your client is going to travel. Our role as a healer is to be that catalyst to make enough impact, just enough to motivate the whole system, and the whole system will rise up and heal itself. To have that faith that you are not the only hero, I'm not the only hero in this story, in how the Marvel story that's called for all Avengers. Our job is to figure out how do we evoke the hero out of our clients. Sometimes how to evoke that hero inside of us. So there is this patient that was called to a case. When I first got there, I saw this magnificent, beautiful mansion. In front of the mansion, there are 4 police cars raving red light, blue light, red light, blue light. I sit in my car and thinking, well, with this amount of sheriff there, at least I'm safe, right? I went into the house, beautiful house. The patient stayed in the library. That's from the front of the house, beautiful library. There must be about maybe 25, 30 people there. She has 5 sons. I think the one that thought that he's supposed to be the manager of the trust, turned out that's not the case. The one thinking that he's going to have that yacht and also some summer vacation home in Southern America, turned out that's not the case. So I think the estate plan was changed and reviewed over time, but each time was not with the whole group. So nobody knows exactly what's going on, and the patient's not doing well. So me as a nurse at the time, my first priority is my patient, right? So with those 5 sons and their spouse, that's 10, their adult grandchildren, that's 15, and each family had brought their own lawyers. There's a regional bishop and his follower priests. Did I get my numbers right? I mean, you guys find a planner, you can calculate how many people there. But the atmosphere was so tight. I can see the police officers, they are start to put their hands closer to their weapons. Just in case something happened. I think the next thing going to happen, I think those news reporters going to show up. So I went and see my patient. She doesn't look good to me. Really not looking good. I mean, after you do this for a while, you know approximately when it's about the time of transitioning. So I did take her blood pressure. Not only I take once, I take 3 times because I couldn't hear anything. What that means medically, this patient is actively dying. When? Nobody knows. Only the higher power knows. She's barely interactive. She can open her eyes, and that's about it. I examine her, or I have to tell you, I'm a Chinese. I'm going to tell you mango. Can you imagine mango in somebody's abdomen? And that's how I feel. That means her bladder is super full. Now I have a choice. I can be this good nurse, right? I prop her nicely in the bed, and I relieve her bladder. She died in the process, and I go back and announce she's dead. And then you guys can deal with your estate issues in the court for the next, 30 years? Yeah? That would be an easy route to go. I did my best practice as a nurse. I wash my hand. I say, here, I did my duty. But what I will face is, if I have done that, what would I face was, at the end of the day, I'm going to ask myself, did I do enough? Remember I was telling you that how those deaths will hit you one after another, and one after another? This was one of them. I will know that somewhere deep in my conscious that this is not a happy ending. But can I foster a happy ending and make sure this lady doesn't die? No, this lady's going to die. No blood pressure, right? So when I let go, the outcome I prefer, meaning this better this lady doesn't die under my watch. Tomorrow is somebody else's shift, right? So if she doesn't die in my watch, that's my preferred outcome, but my preferred outcome will probably not happen. Well, at least I don't know. I have no control over it. So I look at her, and I look at the picture that she has in this library. Here was she holding the first boy, baby. And then the way she looked at her, oh, so adorable, baby. Here is she having the second boy, and the first one was so curious and was playing with the first one, was playing with the second boy. Here's another picture, 5 monkeys jumping on the bed. This fiasco out the door with 5 family and 5 some lawyers and with their associates is not what the lady would have wanted. She will want them to have the same family reunion, like the one of them graduated from Harvard or something. Here you see a proud mom with this Harvard graduate young guy with all the guns and all that, and with his siblings surrounding and happily together. She will want that. But am I guaranteed I can have that happen? No. Not when they are about to kind of almost eat each other alive over there out of that library door. My path was clear. My path is healing. I cannot cure this lady, she's dying. But I can do probably just enough and see what happens. Guess what I did? I went up to the room with about half of you here, probably, and I shouted as loud as I can. I said, listen, I have important news to share. Would you please listen? And here they are and thinking, who is this crazy chick? This Asian, with a thick accent and crazy lady is shouting. But I did get their attention. I waited. One after one stopped talking and become quiet. Oh my God, have you heard of deafening silence? That was that. I waited until you can hear a pin drop on the floor. And I look at them and say, she is dying. I cannot detect any blood pressure. I want 3 things to happen. First, I want the bishop to perform sacrament of the sick. No, the whole family is Catholic. For some Catholic, they believe that if that ceremony is not performed, the soul is going to hell for eternity, and that's not going to be too nice. Especially bishops right here, right? I say second, I don't know how much funds that she has, but at least I need $3,000 carved out. Here's our preferred a list of funeral homes that can do cremations. So $3,000 is the list amount that one of those funeral homes will take to cremate her body. So that will be a pledge of her body if her heart stops beating. Agreed? They all nod their head. I think with the yard and the Southern American vacation home, $3,000 is probably not that much. So I said third, this lady in the past 2.5 months was cared for by the kindness of her neighbor's granddaughter's heart. It would be nice if your family can show some gratitude. But from this point on, I need $3,000 to pay for caregiving. She doesn't have much time, but that needs to be in place. Agreed? I'm so grateful they all nod their head. The bishop led the priest, and they all went into her room, and followed by family members still practice that Catholic religion. It was a pretty touching ceremony. I'm not Catholic, but I went in just to bear the witness. Well, guess what happened? Anybody can guess? No, she woke up. Now it's my turn to be very uncomfortable, right? This lady with no blood pressure and measured 3 times woke up. My preferred outcome did not happen. Well, cannot happen, but did not happen. What did not happen? What happened? Whatever. But it's not what I expected. I expect this patient to die. So she woke up. Not only she woke up, she was hungry. Hungry? My no blood pressure patient was hungry. Oh my God, so uncomfortable as a nurse, right? But I learned to be open. My intention was healing. Doesn't really matter if she wants spaghetti or she wants Chinese porridge. I mean, if you're up to me, if I'm dying and if I'm hungry, feed me Chinese porridge. So she asked for spaghetti. She finished about a quarter plate. I was pretty impressive for somebody who has no blood pressure and full bladder. I mean, I had to say that I have my mind a little bit tucked on that bladder thing, but she doesn't look that uncomfortable. So I did ask her whether she wanted us to relieve her bladder. She said no, thinking something miracle is going on. I'm not going to interfere with that miracle. I'm not going to play that hero. I'm insisting you lay down. I'm going to put a catheter in you to relieve your bladder, right? So I flow with the flow. Recognize I'm not a hero. At that moment, she is. She's about to raise up, perhaps deal with the issue that's happening right now. So I told the family that we don't know how many times that she will have, how long she will have, probably not long, that to be conscious. So if you have anyone that you want her to see or to meet, now is the time. So people start to bring their toddlers and their infants, and the kids start to play together and this and that. When kids enter the room and they start laughing and playing together, smiles start to happen. I said, well, she's conscious, so anybody who wanted to talk to her and she wanted to talk to you, feel free to talk, because this is your time, this is her time. So one after another go in and visit her. She probably saw about 15 families, different sets of people. She did die 3.5 days later. But I was happy to know that this family had come to agreement about what happened with the estate without the lawyers. So this is what can happen if you let go of your preferred outcome. Sometimes our humanly imagination is so limited. We think it's going to happen, this for sure is going to happen, but the higher power or the one who is transitioning has better plan. I'm not the hero, and the thing that I really did in that situation is I opened up a safe space, a safe space for people to listen to each other, to listen to her, to listen to what is the most important thing in that moment. I was humble enough to be open. I mean, I was surprised in several occasions by the lady, but hey, who am I, right? But keep very focused. My focus was healing. My goal is not only her healing, but also the whole family's healing. That's my goal. I was humble enough to let her and let the family to rise up to be the hero. I did go home, knowing that the lady was dead. Smile. She had a smile on her face when she passed away. So I'm opening a space out for you to encourage you to look beyond the numbers. I know you're all left-brained, right? I'm taking a risk here to perch into your right brain to look at this situation more in not a science, but an art.